So I'm going to be very, very transparent and also very vulnerable because, I'm having a moment where I'm at my friend Rachel's, who I'm going to be moving in with when I relocate out to the Western New York area at the end of next month. And I was breaking and dancing and just, my day started off, I just was off, feeling like I could cry at any moment. And I did a little door dashing, and, she really helped me kind of get things to release a little bit. And I started to feel really good. And then I started raking the yard, and I had this thought about how a year ago I had a house and I was raking the yard in my house. And I had stability. But I was also in a very unhealthy and unhappy environment, I should say. I am not regretting any of my choices. Sometimes freedom and peace come with a price, and I am grateful for that price. And I am genuinely happy in my life, but sometimes transition doesn't always look like smiles and dancing and having the best time. Sometimes it comes with those moments that hit you out of nowhere where your life isn't exactly what you thought it would be, but you see it going in a direction that's absolutely beautiful, and you love it, and you're happy, and you know that what's to come is going to be epic, but you have to get to that destination, and you have to take the steps to get there. But it doesn't mean that there are moments where the emotions don't hit you, where you just sit and you just look at everything, and you're full of gratitude, but you also have some grief. Grief from the loss of a life that you once thought you were going to have, but gratitude that that life isn't what you ended up with, and what you're creating is 10 times better. I'm not going to lie, there's moments where it's lonely. But not always, because I have so many people in my life that surround me every day, that shower me with love and kindness and support. I wish I could sit here and tell you that I have some really incredibly strong message here. But all I can say is, if you're somebody who is in transition and you have these moments where you sit back and you start to cry and then you wonder why, because you're happy. You're happy that you made the choice that you made to get the freedom that you have, and to have that peace that you so badly wanted, because you were living a life that was chaotic and you were living in survival mode. And start to wonder if there was something wrong with you for feeling emotions when you should feel only happiness. But that's not how transition works, because there are going to be things from your past life that you did love, that did make you happy. Like, I still love going out into my yard and planting flowers and doing yard work. I'd spend hours out in my tiny, tiny little yard, pulling weeds and just enjoying it and being proud of it. And it's okay to miss those things. It's okay to cry when you have those moments creep up. And it's okay to feel a little bit of grief. And you can still have gratitude and still be happy at the same time, all of which can exist all at once. If there's anything I can tell you, It's this. When those moments come up, embrace them as much as you embrace the happiness. Embrace them as much as you embrace the excitement. Embrace those emotions that are coming up that make you sad, that make you cry, that make you angry, that make you want to smash shit. Because all of that can exist, because that's all part of the process. Transition isn't supposed to be smooth and beautiful all the time, and it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies and dance parties and excitement. There's going to be real raw emotion, and tears are going to come, and that's okay. That's a part of it, and that's where you have to release it. Release it through movement. Release it through breathing. Release it through tears. We live in a world where it's so easy to get caught up in silencing and numbing by surrounding ourselves by noise and chaos and anything that'll distract us from actually having to feel it. I know what that's like. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I drank for a fucking living. You know what I mean? Like, always looking for the noise, the distractions, the numbing. And today, I get to embrace those emotions and release them in a healthy way. You know, going for a hike, picking up a rake and raking my friend's yard, getting on her four-wheeler and driving it around the block, that was freaking fun, let me tell you. Or just dancing like idiots because, you know, that's what you do. Dancing is a big part of that. Movement, release, tears equal release. It's all healthy. So if you are somebody who is in that process of transition, who is in a big life change, where the life that you once had no longer exists, and you're stepping into the new life, this new beautiful life that's meant for you, and everything is leading you to where you are supposed to be with the people that you're supposed to be with. All of it. All of it. Feel all of it. Embrace all of it. You can smile and cry at the same time. You can dance and throw shit at the same time. You can do whatever the hell you want. But don't numb it, and don't suppress it, and don't hide it. Let yourself feel it. It's okay to feel it. This is what normal looks. This is what healthy healing looks like, ladies and gentlemen. This is what healthy release looks like. So often we hear stuff it down and bury it. Don't cry, it shows weakness. But for me, I believe showing emotion and crying is a strength. Because I know for me, it takes a lot to be able to get to that point of where I can actually show that vulnerability, because sometimes me talking about my feelings is still like fucking pulling teeth, and I'm a coach, right? So it takes a lot sometimes for me to open up, but when I do, it's very well received by the right people, and I'm grateful that I have those people in my life who remind me that it's okay. Find those people. Cry. Do what you gotta do. But for crying out loud, do not hold that shit in anymore, people. Because that's the poison that keeps us from being in alignment. That's the poison and the toxicity inside us that creates inflammation and sickness, and it's where addictions live. Release it. So I just felt the need to come and be vulnerable with all of you and show this side of me because, you know, this is real. And if anything, with documenting this entire journey and this entire transition from when I left my ex-husband in September, you know, you see a lot of me dancing and living the best life, but this is a part of it. The best life comes with some grief and some tears and some hormonal changes in PMS, which also suck, because that's when that shit really kicks up at you. Ladies, you freaking know. I'm a 43-year-old woman in perimenopause, okay? I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that I don't have my days, okay? All right. And I may be having one of them, but now you all see it. Now you know. It's not always a party. This is real. So, that's all I got. I hope something I said resonated. Share with me in the comments if this resonates with you. And just know that I'm here. I'm holding space for you. And I'm sending you love and light.